We continue following how the pandemic is still impacting the Wabash Valley. Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us.
We begin this evening with Illinois preparing to enter a new reopening phase. We want to prepare you for the changes.
The governor's office just released updates today. News 10's Richard Solomon joins us now live in our newsroom to break it all down.
In Phase 4, expect to see more of the state starting to reopen. Places like health and wellness centers, museums, zoos, and restaurants are just some of the many things on that list. And of course, you'll be able to gather with more people together. Recreation is on the reopening list. Guidelines have been updated to allow places like bowling alleys and skating rinks to reopen. But it has to be 50 people or less or at half capacity. The same goes for outdoor facilities as well. For restaurants, indoor dining can reopen. Groups of 10 people or less have to be spaced out 6 feet apart. Seated areas that also have standing areas can be no more than 25% capacity. Movie theaters will be reopening for the first time. Indoor theaters, which include cinemas and performing arts centers, can have up to 50 people or half capacity of the theater. Phase 4 also revises some previous reopening guidelines. Changes include allowing games and tournaments for youth and recreational sporting venues to resume at half capacity, 20% seating for fans, and group sizes of up to 50 people for practice. Venues can have several groups if there's enough space to be socially distant. More people will be able to work out in health and fitness centers. Gyms can reopen at half capacity. Group fitness classes can meet with up to 50 people. And finally, when it comes to day camps, they can operate at half capacity with activities for the water allowing groups of 15 people. Now, other places that were allowed to reopen in the previous phase, like hair salons and retail shops, will continue operating at a reduced capacity. Now, certain guidelines are still in place during Phase 4. You're still required to wear a face mask out in public, and you must practice social distancing. Reporting live from the newsroom, Richard Solomon, News 10. Back to you.
The Vigo